Shalom, shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah Bahasham, Harakak and double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, rule and teach well, and honors and salutations to the men of the Lord doing the same, teaching the same. All right. This is the brother Mawam coming back with another quick sit down. All right. And this lesson is motivated by elder apostle Tahar. And on one of his latest lessons, sit downs, he used this word continuity of government. Okay, COG. All right, continuity of government. Okay, and it was a beautiful lesson because it goes into how these elites, all right, and the people that's a part of the government, those are the ones that's going to be deemed important. Okay, those are the ones. And I'm trying to remember this movie I just watched not that long ago. Lord willing to come back to me, but yeah, those that's a part of this government, those are going to be the ones that get, that make it to the bunkers. Okay, that make it to these underground bunkers, secret locations, to escape, to escape Jacob's trouble and to escape the nuclear missiles. Okay, excuse me. And I am feeling a little under the weather too, so bear with me. But yeah, these elites and those that's part of the government, they're gonna gain access to those bunkers, all right, and those islands and things like that. So they're trying to make sure they're away from the nuclear destruction. All right, because the elites, they know that nuclear destruction is coming. Okay, and they know that the Bible foretells the future of that. Okay, during the Battle of Armageddon, World War III. Okay, so these billionaires and trillionaires and millionaires, they're trying to get their ducks in a row. All right, and you mainly see the Edomites, all right, so-called white people doing it, and you got a couple so-called niggas, they're trying to follow in the same footsteps. All right. But none of the less, all right, the government doesn't care about you citizens. Okay, they're not about to attempt to save you. Okay, they're not about to attempt to save you at all. Okay, so Esau's government is going to leave you high and dry. When all hell break loose, when Jacob's trouble, aka the apocalypse, when it start, they're going to leave you high and dry. All right. And Esau is going to come down with great wrath. All right. And a lot of you Israelites, you're going to take the mark of the beast because you don't want to go in those concentration camps. All right. And you don't want to be put to death. All right. So a lot of you going to take the mark of the beast, the RFID chip, just so you won't have to feel that sting of death. Okay. All right. But the hopeful elect, and Lord willing of that number, the elect chosen Israelites, they're never, no matter what, they're never going to take the mark of the beast. Okay? And Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shah is going to put the spirit on the elect to resist the mark of the beast. All right? And Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shah is going to provide for his elect. Okay? So, I'm going to read this definition. It's not going to be long. So it says, what is continuity of government? It says continuity of government is a coordinated effort within each of the executive, legislative, and judicial branches to ensure the governance and essential functions continue to be to perform before, during, and after an emergency. Okay. So yeah, Jacob's trouble, that's an emergency. All right. Excuse me. When the Lord and the angels come back in the chariots, so-called UFOs, that's an emergency. When the nuclear missiles is coming and are shot through the skies, that's an emergency. All right, so you best believe continuity of government is going to be issued. All right, and these government officials, they're going to flee. They're going to flee to their designated areas. They're going to flee for securement. They're going to flee, like to these different islands and to these bunkers and stuff like that, to these private yachts and all type of, private submarines. Okay, they're gonna get the hell out of Dodge. All right. And you Israelites, 2/3, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you're gonna be looking stupid in that day because you trusted in Esau, the so-called white man, and his government, and his system. All right, instead of trusting in Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, and listening to his prophets. Okay. Bear with me. It's Revelation 6:13, and the stars of heaven fell into the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. Okay, these are nuclear missiles, ICBM missiles, that's flying through the sky. Okay. Okay, and all these nations, they're going to team up against Babylon the Great America. Okay, and they're going to shoot their nuclear missiles on America. All right. And that's how Babylon the Great America is going to be destroyed. Okay. And also the land of Israel too. All right, because the land of Israel is going to get teamed up on too. Okay. All right. And you're going to have other parts of the earth get hit, but they're not going to get destroyed. All right, during this nuclear war that's coming. All right. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. Those mushroom clouds, nuclear missiles make a mushroom cloud. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. Okay? Right, because those nuclear missiles are, super powerful. Okay? That's the wrath of the Lord. That's what the day of the Lord is talking about. The day of the Lord is when those nuclear missiles are shot. Okay? That's going to bring forth the wrath and the indignation of Yahweh, of the Lord. Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. Okay? That's why the scriptures ask, I'm not going to get it, but the scriptures ask, was the Most High mad with the trees? Was he mad with the rivers? Because everything is going to get demolished. Okay? The animals. Okay? The animals, the rivers, the trees, nature, it's all going to be completely destroyed over here in Babylon the Great. Okay? And a good depiction of that is in the movie, what's the movie? The movie The Knowing. Okay, when the kid was looking out the window and he saw the trees on fire, the animals on fire, everything on fire. Yeah, the Lord is about to burn this bitch up. The Lord is not going to bring that flood no more. Now the Lord is going to bring fire. All right. So it says, And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. Okay? And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? That's right. So wrath is coming. Yep, and I'm going to pretty much end it on there. Lord willing, that was edifying when he ended, and give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Harakak Wadash, and double honors to the old apostles, great millstone, rule and teach well, and honest salutations to the men of the Lord, doing the same, teaching the same.